We are looking to launch a website as well over the next few weeks. Look out for that, please. There'll be different content on there. We're looking to do some blogging and just sharing a few resources that we'd love to share with people. And we are people who are keen to learn as well. This is why you find that we've come from different places, different churches, different communities come together. We serve in our different places, which is very important for you to serve in your local church. But then twice a year we do get together and do this this worship and creative space, because we feel it's something that God has called us to. I am really glad that personally, as one of the people who started this, God has brought a lot of clarity in my life over the last few years, especially in relation to this. I'm always reminded of the story of Moses, and somebody shared this at a men's gathering that I went to recently, where he said Moses understood what the call on his life was. He understood that God had called him to be the deliverer. But there was a moment he did not understand or appreciate timing, because what he did is he ended up killing an Egyptian who was attacking his fellow Hebrew, in a moment of him jumping up to try and bring deliverance to that situation. So he knew the right thing to do was to defend his brother, or to stand on behalf of his brother, stand in the gap for his brother, or try to be an advocate or somebody who just helps to bring a solution to that situation. But his timing was all wrong, and in the end he messed up because his timing was wrong. But then when the timing was right, after he had been through all the struggles, he'd been through all the challenges with Pharaoh, after he'd been through the wilderness years and all that, he then got to be the one to lead the Israelites out of Egypt in a moment of deliverance. And personally, that's spoken to me quite a lot the last few weeks, because this is something that, for those of you who don't know, it started in a way in my home many years ago abroad, where I was born in Zambia, where we just had a family altar. It wasn't called a worship place or anything. All we had there was just moments of praying together, singing songs, worshiping together in a living room. Many years ago, my cousin, who was not saved, would then come to know the Lord through that, and then carried on doing that with a group of friends abroad as well, where we would get together after church and just have moments of just jamming, playing an instrument, or singing together, or just hanging out, essentially creating the space that does not always exist in a church context, as much as we try. There are moments that it does exist, but this one is just specifically saying, this is not church, this is just a moment. This started years ago, and then we came over here, been here serving. I've been through various situations in my life. The story is still being written, right? You've seen on the Eventbrite, I described various things. I had at one point financial challenges, I had job challenges, at one point I had immigration challenges. I was married, which I'm grateful to God for that. But then 2 years ago, my wife passed away, and that was difficult, something my son and I are still going through. So I feel like God has taken me through all kinds of situations that a person can face in life. But then these things they happen, and sometimes they can shake your faith, but I'm determined that my faith will not be shaken. Yes, I have to go through different things, and it's not always a great moment in life because of all these things that have happened, but I'm also grateful that there are high moments. We have had high moments along the way, times when my wife was expecting and it was difficult for a while, and then eventually we had our son. Times where God has come through amazingly for us, brought amazing provisions financially, in our work, in finding a home, a house, and all sorts of things, the son's education. And it's not just me, it's various other people who I know have got various testimonies that they can talk about. The worship and creative space for me is a combination of all this, where I can come back to God and say, dear Lord, yes, the times haven't been great, but I will choose to focus on you. And as I focus on you, I'll allow you to allow creativity to flow the way it should be, by getting worshippers, musicians, creatives together, just like we used to do before. That's been my heart for many years. And if I link it back to that Moses story, I knew what I needed to do a few years ago, but I didn't share it like that because it was just something within a close set of friends, because I just felt it wasn't time. But having gone through a few things, God has just shown me it is time. I need to do what He has told me to do. And it's not about me, it's about me and other people just creating this place where there were moments like the most recent, I'll step aside and other people would lead stuff, because the idea is we want everybody to bring something and we all get blessed. And the timing has been really crucial, and this is why we've opened it up to people to come. So you're very welcome to come. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter if you've done this before, you might even do way better than us. I thank God for that. Everybody's learning as on the journey, but for me, I think the place and the space where we can just linger longer in God's presence and create stuff is a thing that I'm really looking forward to see how that develops. So God bless you all, and I look forward to seeing you in December. I'll send more information, or we will send more information over the next few weeks. But yeah, follow our socials, Worship Space, Pem's Music, which is my page, A Lawyer's Voice, and Words and Wings, which is one of the people on the panel. Nizam Speaks, that's the poetry page, and Panji Karonga, he is on Instagram. So all of us have got different things that we do there creatively, which I would encourage you to subscribe to and be a part of this wider community. God bless you. Thank you.